Let's score! Hammers this one.
Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of the Gamecock Insider. I'm your host Derek Scott out front of Colonial Life Arena. It's game night, and whenever that's going on, you know it's always a lot of fun. Hustle and bustle is coming our way shortly here at the CLA. So before we get too busy out here, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up on today's program. School is back in session, and we're going to give you a chance to go behind the scenes as the newest members of the Gamecock football team make their arrival here in Columbia. We'll also check in with the track and field team as they get ready to crank up for their spring outdoor season. And a real treat, we will sit down and visit with the GOAT herself, Dawn Staley, the head coach of the Gamecock women's basketball program. Lots to get into on the show, and speaking of women's hoops, they opened SEC home play against the Kentucky Wildcats recently. That is a very intense rivalry. Couple of successful top 25 programs going head to head. How would the super freshman class handle their first SEC meeting? Well, as it turned out, with flying colors. Wow, a dominant performance here at the Colonial Life Arena for South Carolina against Kentucky. Bree Bill, one of those great-looking young freshmen, 15 points, setting the tone for South Carolina Gamecocks with a 2-0 start in SEC play. Speaking of women's basketball, Dawn Staley is next. She will visit with Brad Muller, the voice of Gamecock women's basketball, when we return with more of the Gamecock Insider. Gamecock Insider is brought to you by PRISMA Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks. And Wild Wing Cafe, where great food rocks.
To be a great explorer, you need to be ready for everything and anything. You need intelligent four-wheel drive and active terrain management system. You need the most available driver assist technology of any vehicle in its class. You need enough cargo space for any adventure. But to be the greatest exploration vehicle of all time, you need all those things inside this thing. The completely redesigned 2020 Ford Explorer. It's the greatest exploration vehicle of all time.
Every day, you'll find the most innovative orthopedic care in the Midlands at Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center. Each of our highly skilled, compassionate physicians specializes in a unique orthopedic condition, caring for people of all ages and stages of life. We'll guide every step of your treatment, from diagnosis to recovery, so that you can get back to feeling like yourself as quickly as possible. You win when you choose Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center.
When is the last time you traced your roots? Not your family's roots. The roots of the food you eat. Those roots should run deep, not from afar. Just like the legacy of farmers here in South Carolina. Day in, day out, farmers from every corner of our state are carrying on the traditions of bringing locally grown food to your table. So, choose food that's rooted right here. Choose certified SC grown. It's a matter of taste.
First Citizens Bank is a proud partner of Gamecock women's basketball. First Citizens, forever first.
Hi everyone, Brad Muller joined by South Carolina women's basketball coach Dawn Staley. Well, a new year, a new season of sorts as we're about 2 weeks into SEC play. And coach, your young team seems to have adjusted to SEC play very well. You opened with the win at home against nationally ranked Kentucky and then win your first road contest at Alabama. What have been the keys for your young team adjusting so well to conference play?
They're competitors. They want to win. They want to win at all costs, but they do it in a way that they pay attention to details. They take practice very seriously, and I haven't been around a team that really buys in practice because they just want to win, and it's kind of refreshing to be around such great minds that think in that manner.
With all the ranked teams that you saw in non-conference play, did that help take away any intimidation factor going into SEC?
Well, I think this team gets up for big teams, and I think they get up. I mean, we've tried to express to our youngsters what it is to play in the SEC, how it is night in and night out, and how it is, to have a target on your back. We get everybody's best effort every time we step on the floor. And they understand it, they embrace it, they practice better because of it.
Let's go to our Terminex Pest Player of the Week, and I know we always have a lot of good candidates with all the balanced scoring you have. Who you got?
We do. I'm going to go with the big youngster inside, Aaliyah Boston. She's been doing terrific on the court, and then if she's sitting on the bench because she sat out the fourth quarter in the Alabama game and she was the best teammate you could be. So not only what she does on the court, but the example she sets for being a great teammate. And
she had a double-double against Alabama as well. As we check the PRISMA Health injury report, how the Gamecocks doing?
Knock on wood. Everybody's getting healthy, including Destiny Littleton. So we look forward to, seeing that week in and week out.
The neat thing with your team this year, especially as the season is going along, is the growth of your bench. The second group, if you will, when they get in there doesn't seem to be a drop-off, and you've had a lot of folks, you can pick Lily Grisette, you can pick Letitia Ami here, who I think have really improved their game over the last few weeks.
I mean, it's been great. I mean, practice time, again, they take it really seriously. The time in which they're not in class during the winter break, they're getting an extra on the court, extra watching film, and you can see a big difference in their play and their confidence level.
Is that tough for you? I know we've had the starting lineup trying to keep everyone happy, but it seems like everybody's pretty happy because even the second unit is getting a lot of minutes.
The second unit is key to our success. One, Destiny Henderson does a great job at being the calm, but also, I mean, she's looking for a shot a little bit more. She's defending, she's talking, and I think they've embraced their roles. And when you've embraced your roles, you tend to shine. So we see Destiny shining, we see Lily shining, L.A., Letitia, she's coming on. Everybody, V is playing a big role for us, and even, when Olivia gets in, she's knocking down threes. E will get her chance as well. But E gets us prepared. She's on the scout team each and every day. So they're preparing us in different ways. And a lot of times people look at what they do at the games, but it's the behind the scenes people that really make us go.
With all that being said, where can this team get better? Still a long way to go in SEC play.
We can keep getting better and making adjustments. Sometimes, like the Alabama game, they call a lot of fouls, so we have to adjust defensively, and we didn't do that quite well the way we needed to. So, and then that's on us as coaches. We only work man, from the beginning until now. So we took this time a little bit to work a little bit of zone, so we're ready and prepared to make any adjustments.
Great stuff, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thanks, Brad.
For Coach Dawn Staley, I'm Brad Muller.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the court. Winners receive 2 tickets, pregame court passes, and autographed merchandise. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Court is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
And when the unexpected happens to you, there's Colonial Life. Benefits that help cover what your regular insurance doesn't.
Hi, I'm Gamecock legend Connor Shaw, here to tell you that joining the Alumni Association is a home run. And as the new spokesperson for the Alumni Association, I want to represent all Gamecocks, regardless of their Carolina experience. Because that is what the Alumni Association does. They support all of us, not just record-breaking quarterbacks, like me. So join today or visit mycarolina.org to learn more.
Join us every week at Wild Wing Cafe for Carolina Calls from 7 to 8 o'clock. Wild Wing Cafe is Columbia's home for hot wings, cold beer, and good times. Tune into Carolina Calls every week and go to wildwingcafe.com for more information. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Gamecock Insider. I'm Derek Scott at the corner of Green and Lincoln Street. Of course, Colonial Life Arena right behind me, and right behind you, that would be 650 Lincoln. That is, of course, the home to a number of Gamecock student athletes, including members of the track and field team who reported back to campus recently because, well, it's time to get started. They opened competition with an indoor meet at Clemson going on this weekend, in fact. Let's take a look at what it's like to jump right back into practice after the holidays and also have that mixed in with a little bit of fun time as well.
Where is that? 2020, baby. Go. Oh, yes!
Are you excited?
Yes! Oh, strongly. Yeah.
So as we said, the indoor track and field season getting started this weekend. South Carolina visiting Clemson. Should be a lot of fun as always, both the indoor and the outdoor season for head coach Curtis Fry and his squad. Also having just moved in this past week, well, that would be the newest members of the Gamecock football team, and we'll give you a look inside their arrival here into Columbia and the University of South Carolina when we return with more of Gamecock Insider.
Every day, you'll find the most innovative orthopedic care in the Midlands at Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center. Each of our highly skilled, compassionate physicians specializes in a unique orthopedic condition, caring for people of all ages and stages of life. We'll guide every step of your treatment, from diagnosis to recovery, so that you can get back to feeling like yourself as quickly as possible. You win when you choose Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center.
When it comes to your money, how do you relax?
I relax because I'm with Founders.
Because a credit union is not a bank.
Banks make money off of you.
Founders focuses on the people, not the profit.
That's the member benefit.
So while we're planning for college,
my future,
or my new car, building a home,
or building a nest egg,
Founders works for the financial success of me.
We're members,
and that means we have a say.
And that's how I relax.
Visit RelaxJoinFounders.com for membership details.
When is the last time you traced your roots? Not your family's roots. The roots of the food you eat. Those roots should run deep, not from afar. Just like the legacy of farmers here in South Carolina.
Day in, day out, farmers from every corner of our state are carrying on the traditions of bringing locally grown food to your table. So, choose food that's rooted right here. Choose certified SC grown. It's a matter of taste.
And when the unexpected happens to you, there's Colonial Life. Benefits that help cover what your regular insurance doesn't.
Good hard work has earned Anna Vest the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the softball team, Vest is a junior public health major with a 3.886 GPA. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
That is your Sandsbury Eye Center. Did you see that play? We never have many problems finding some great Gamecock women's basketball highlights to choose from, that is for sure. Gamecock football, the season is in the rearview mirror, but we've got something to be excited about. There's some new coaches in town. There's certainly some new athletes in town. Student athletes moved in. The new freshmen are here. Let's take a look at their visit, their arrival to Columbia SC.
Moving in. I'm here.
Dogs and hamburgers. It's been a long process for everybody, I know.
We're giving you your front door, bedroom, mailbox key.
Okay.
Moving on in.
Put it against the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, how we doing? Cool. We got some more stuff. Welcome, welcome. Enjoy. Everything. Ready to go, man. But three things. Be early for everything. Understand there's no dumb questions. And then the other thing is just be respectful to everybody. First impressions mean an awful lot. Let us know. Communicate with us on what's going on so we're all on the same page. There's no surprises and we all get ready to move forward. It takes a village to get it done. I appreciate all of you being here. If there's any questions, please call us, okay?
I'm Bobby.
I'm Melanie Doty.
And we're Luke Doty's parents.
Hello, we're Mike Wyman's parents.
My name is Miss Gaba, and I'm in South Carolina with my son, my baby boy.
Chose South Carolina for the unbelievable opportunity Luke will have as far as getting a world-class education and also playing the best football in the nation, SEC football.
And we chose the University of South Carolina. First of all, we felt like home. Michael absolutely loved Coach B. Mack and Coach Muschamp and the rest of the coaching staff. Very supportive. Jessica is just awesome. Just one word for Jessica, she's absolutely awesome. I can call Jessica at any time. She will answer her phone or reply back to my messages. Justin is wonderful, Justin King. There's video and all types of edits at any time for Michael and for us. So the support system is just great.
That coupled with the coaching staff, the trainers, everything that comes along with it, academics, you name it, world class.
It's going to be a place for him to grow, you know, more mature, to be his own man like I always want him to be. So
I was very comfortable with the coaches here to watch them with their family atmosphere and how they are as men. And I could just imagine my son being like his dad in the same atmosphere.
He's happy, I'm happy.
And we're so glad that he's here.
Spurs up!
Hi, I'm Gamecock legend Connor Shaw, here to tell you that joining the Alumni Association is a home run. And as the new spokesperson for the Alumni Association, I want to represent all Gamecocks, regardless of their Carolina experience. Because that is what the Alumni Association does. They support all of us, not just record-breaking quarterbacks, like me. So join today or visit mycarolina.org to learn more.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the court. Winners receive 2 tickets, pregame court passes, and autographed merchandise. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Court is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
To be a great explorer, you need to be ready for everything and anything. You need intelligent four-wheel drive and active terrain management system. You need the most available driver assist technology of any vehicle in its class. You need enough cargo space for any adventure. But to be the greatest exploration vehicle of all time, you need all those things inside this thing. The completely redesigned 2020 Ford Explorer. It's the greatest exploration vehicle of all time.
Every day, you'll find the most innovative orthopedic care in the Midlands at Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center. Each of our highly skilled, compassionate physicians specializes in a unique orthopedic condition, caring for people of all ages and stages of life. We'll guide every step of your treatment, from diagnosis to recovery, so that you can get back to feeling like yourself as quickly as possible. You win when you choose Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by PRISMA Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks. And Wild Wing Cafe, where great food rocks.
Marshawn Lloyd, very explosive in his lower body. He's got great lateral change of direction, great vision. He's a tough, hard runner. He can finish runs because he's got top end speed. Sean Lee, this guy's athletically is what we're looking for, but he's got a huge upside as a player. Tyshawn Wanamaker, powerful guy inside player-wise. They're as good as guys we've seen on tape all year. You look at him, he looks 280, and that's what you want guys to look like. Trey Jones came to our camp and really earned the scholarship in camp. Really athletic ability-wise for an offensive lineman is off the chart. Joey Hunter, he knows about work, he knows about winning, to be able to play multiple spots in the back end, and extremely intelligent. Dominic Hill competed for the state championship, tested extremely well, but a very explosive guy that we're excited about. Luke Doty won a state championship his junior year, his first year as a starter. His leadership ability to positively affect other people really is contagious, and that's something that really jumps out at you, and he's a winner. Mike Wyman, state champion, a big target, a guy that catches the ball extremely well. Excited about Mike and his future here. RICO Powers, very explosive guy, runs extremely well. He's got a lot of length, a guy that we really think can stretch the field vertically. Muhammad Kaba, when we started evaluating linebackers, he was #1 on our board. Rashad Amos, a hard runner, tough, got on a little bit later in the season. He committed to us there in December, and we're excited about him being a Gamecock. O'Donnell Fortune, his testing numbers were outstanding, very comparable to the combine. The intelligence, the athleticism, the speed on the top end to finish outside. Jasmine Turrentine, 6'7", 340, 36-inch arms, is a massive human being, a guy that we're really excited about. Micaiah Scott came to camp and earned the offer. This guy's got a huge upside as an athlete. Very, very impressive to see his athleticism. Eric Shaw, very explosive guy, played for the state title this year. A guy that's got a big frame, a really good athlete that we're excited about. Tonka Hemingway, he's a really good athlete. He's a 4.0 student, a guy that we're really excited to be able to keep him in state. Jaheim Bell, a really explosive guy. Gives you a lot of things, can carry the ball, but just an explosive guy.
Welcome back, everybody. Time to wrap up this week's edition of Gamecock Insider. We thank you, as always, for joining us and remind you to be back with us next week as we continue to cover and document Gamecock men's and women's basketball and the cranking up of spring sports as well. The semester is getting underway here in Columbia, and we will be following along with all of your student athletes. So we'll look forward to joining you again next week, same time, same station. I'm Derek Scott. Thanks for joining us here on the Gamecock Insider. Gamecock Insider is a production of Gamecock Sports Properties.